Good morning, everyone. Are we good? Good morning. I want to welcome and thank all of you for joining us here today to celebrate this exciting event. This day would not be possible without the support of our community, BISD Board of Trustees, Dr. Stinson, and our cabinet members. Thank you for all you do for the children of BISD. Today marks the beginning of a journey filled with promise, purpose, and opportunity for students who are ready to move at a different pace towards college, careers, and brighter futures. Countless hours went into preparing this building for this very moment. It took a dedicated team to create this institution of learning we now call Griggs High School and the Kunkel Specialized Learning Center. Every aspect of this building was designed around the needs of our students. This is truly a dream come true. Looking upon our new building today, I think we can all agree that our new school far exceeds our expectations and dreams. This campus represents our community's commitment to innovation, equity, and excellence in education. To our community, staff, and supporters, thank you for being a part of this exciting moment. Many of us will have memories for years to come of our former school building. But we all know a school is more than just a physical structure. A school is a place where students feel loved, a place where students achieve their goals and dreams become reality. A school is another place to call home, where students come to feel safe and encouraged. As we prepare for an exciting year of learning, let's remember that good things will always come from our hard work and determination, as this building is evidence. I have never met anyone who regrets going that extra mile. Thank you all again for being here today, and most importantly, thank you for allowing us to serve the students of Griggs High School and the Kunkel Specialized Learning Center. The best is yet to come. At this time, I would like to invite Guadalupe Murillo and Christian Gonzalez to come to the podium and lead us in the United States and Texas pledges.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one, indivisible.
Good morning, everyone. That's the first time I felt like a preacher. Morning. Okay, all right. Okay. Thank you for being here. What a fantastic crowd. We are loving seeing everybody here. My name is Gail Stinson, and I have the privilege today of serving as the superintendent of schools for BISD. And we are so excited that you are here with us to open this beautiful complex. And I know that you are super excited to see it and not hear a lot of speeches, and so we're going to try to keep these as short as possible, but as meaningful as possible. As you will see when you walk through the building today, it's still under construction, and we still have a to-do list, and one of those to-do lists is are these steps, so be very careful. They're all the same color when you step down. But I know you're excited to see it, and we're excited to show it to you. And so, but I want you to know that this is more than just about a building. This is about legacy. This is about legacy, a ribbon cutting that is about a legacy with a beautiful facility. And we're here to honor two individuals that their legacy continues on even after decades of service. So Linda Kunkel and Dr. Bob Griggs were servant leaders, as you know. And we have families here, and it's always good when someone gets to talk to you about somebody in your family. So I'm excited to see the families here. But servant leaders who really believe obviously deeply in the power of education, but also in the potential of every student that walks through the doors of BISD. And their names on this facility serve as a reminder that leadership is not just grounded in a building and walls, but it's grounded in purpose and character. And they both have a legacy that endures over time. But I want to introduce some of the people, the individuals that played a vital part in making this dream come true. This is for the community, and we want to make sure that we get to introduce some of these folks. So you can applaud or you can hold your applause, whatever you want to do. But I think most of you know, but I want to make sure that you know who our Board of Trustees, who those folks are, because they serve as our volunteer servant leaders each and every day, many of them for decades, and what they do that's unpaid, and the leadership that they provide for this school district is paramount. So Chris Drees is our board president, Ralph Kunkel, vice president. Go ahead. Brenda Sanders-Wise, secretary. Trustee Joe Tolbert. I just saw Joe walk in somewhere. Where's Joe? There he is right there. All right. Joe, I pointed out that Joe was late. I did not mean to do that. Please don't have that. Okay. Trustee Kelvin Dilks. Matthew Womble is likely not here, and I'm glad. That means he's out catching some bad guys. And then Trustee Richard Davis. All right. And we did receive a hello from Senator Hancock. I don't think he's here. Is he in the room? No, he's not here because he's out doing the great work too. So we do appreciate him. And then also our city officials. And I don't want to call out names because I don't want to make a mistake. But I'm going to do my best here to recognize people in groups. But our Haltom City Mayor, Armstrong, and members of the council, city manager, and staff, please stand. Thank you. Our North Richland Hills Mayor, Jack McCarty, and members of the council and city staff, please, thank you so much. And our Richland Hills Mayor, Curtis Bothald, and members of the council and city staff, thank you so much for being here. If you are a member of BISD in any way, we don't do this often. We don't need to be thanked. This is what we do for a living. But I do want you to know who the people are, because this hasn't just been an effort of people opening this complex. This has been a total BISD effort. If you work for BISD or have ever worked for BISD, would you please stand? And then sometimes, when you, I won't go into the whole discussion about architecture and building buildings and all of those things, but when you build buildings from the ground up, that is one thing. And when you take on a massive renovation, that is another thing. And so I want to recognize our architect and our construction manager, Irene Gagloni and Dr. Scott Niven. They're back there in the back. They don't want to raise their hands in case you see something you don't like. But they are in the back middle, and to take on a project of this magnitude, those two folks have been the masterminds behind this, and they are two of the most phenomenal people in their fields of work that I have ever worked with, and it is our privilege to thank you today for this building. If you are a member of the 22 Bond Study Committee or Bond Oversight Committee, could you please stand? Yes, there they are. I knew they were here. Yes. We tremendously respect your guidance and your opinions and your relationship with the district and our Board of Trustees, and your time and effort, not only planning and facilitating, but also coming to our board meetings and bouncing ideas off of us. So thank you for what you do. I appreciate the time and the effort and the love you give to BISD, not only on this project, but many others. So thank you so much. So now we have the honor of hearing a few words from our esteemed Halton City Mayor, Dr. An Trong, who, if I'm correct, and I may not be, served on the council starting in 2014 and as mayor since 2019?
Yeah.
Okay. Scared me there for a minute. Okay.
Council 2013.
I knew I would get something wrong.
Yeah,
2013.
EDC 2011.
Okay.
I've been with city over 14 years.
Okay. Well, we're excited to have you here today, and thank you for helping honor our facility and our folks.
I have 2 hours talking about this one now. Good morning. At first, I will because this school located in Halton City, so I would like to introduce our city council. Would you stand, please? Ms. Thompson, Dana Kaufman, Ollie Anderson, Troy Dung, and I believe Cao Heng here, right? And thank you very much. And this project could be done a hard way or easy way. We have to thank the city manager, Redfield, right there, and Sidana, assistant city manager, and the person is Glenda Bachelor. She the one, can give you a hard time, but so far everything looking good. By the way, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so glad that I have this short opportunity to express my opinion about this facility. Beginning the facility, we tried to convert this one to be city hall. But since I'm a small guy and getting older, I can't climb upstairs or run around like this, so we yield for Dr. Stinson. Okay. When I walk in here, let's see, third time this today, fourth time, and transformation of the building will fantastic. And outside, this will add the beautiful landscape for Halton City because in September we have HMA open. Right now, Halton City, 6-7 years ago, this is one of the fastest growing city in Northeastern County. I only come in here to say thank you, Dr. Stinson, for a good job you're doing, the board of trustee, the school board, and everyone, not my way of running city is teamwork. Nobody one-man band. So at this moment, I would like to say thanks to all of you. Thank you for season attend today. And I know this play will not be silent like before. Will be crowd and will make the city look more healthier with this one. And you understand, Halton City and BIC have tried to build a good relationship. And thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mayor Trong. We're proud to come alongside you and the council and the city to really help rejuvenate the city and bring it forward. And I love what y'all are doing and what we're doing and what we can do together. So thank you very much for your words. All right, everyone loves a good story, right? In fact, that's the reason that actually the Griggs High School graduation is my favorite to attend every year. Just don't tell anybody that because I probably shouldn't say that. I love hearing the stories of students' lives transformed. But boy, does this building, I should say, have a story to tell. It started its infancy off as a shopping center many years ago before I even lived in Texas. When that did not work out as envisioned, it was purchased by a church and you all know converted into the Wisdom Center, with a warehouse for distributing literature. The renovation at that time included the famous copper roof, right? Copper-colored roof that everybody remembered. I could always say, yeah, we bought that building with a big copper roof on it. The childhood stage of this building as the Wisdom Center was at times controversial in the eyes of many. I choose to believe that their genuine goal throughout that period was to educate and transform lives for the better. The shared vision of life transformation through education was likely a large part of the reason the church accepted our offer, Birdville's offer, to purchase the building. As the great educator that he is, Kelvin Dilks, one of our trustees over here, recognized the true potential of this building, and the rest of the school board, the superintendent, and cabinet soon caught Kelvin's vision. And together we ran with it, thus beginning its transformation into what you see here today. With Birdville's purchase, the building entered what I'd like to think of as its high school years. The transformation that has taken place here has required a ton of perseverance, overcoming obstacle after obstacle, discovering that there were drain lines running under the building, finding asbestos within the foundation, if I remember correctly, and even flooding and damage from a storm are just a few of those obstacles that we went through. With the help of Irene Negaglione and Dr. Niven and many others, we have overcome all of the obstacles that were in our way. Can you all see what I'm getting at? Why this building's story is so much like the stories of the students that will soon walk its halls? The copper to gray transformation of the roof to me symbolizes the truth that this building is now all grown up. With Bobby Griggs High School and the Linda Kunkel Specialized Learning Center moving in, it is ready to reach into the future and fulfill its destiny as a place of true educational transformation for thousands of students. And I look forward to seeing the future chapters of its stories unfold. Thank you.
That was really good. That was really good.
I was a former
That was really good. Yeah. I have the privilege today of reconnecting you, reintroducing you to Dr. Bob Griggs. We all know that Dr. Griggs is a man of faith, servant leadership, and lifelong dedication to public education. He has left his mark not only on BISD, not only on this community, but the state of Texas as well. And his story is one of purpose and vision for all kids in BISD, all kids across the state of Texas. And it's an amazing one. He's a devoted husband, father of 3, grandfather of 7, great-grandfather of 3, and I hope I have those statistics right while I'm sitting here staring at the family. But his legacy extends far beyond his family, and while I'm thinking about it, if you're a member of the Griggs family, would you please stand? And I won't ask Dr. Griggs to stand, but I am going to ask you, how tall are you? 6'5". Okay, 6'5". And it seems like 7'5" when he walks into a room, right? So he's got a tall stature and a very calm presence. And he naturally commands attention. And if you've known him over the years, and we all have, you know that it's not just his appearance, but it's his character that commands the room and sets him apart. And again, there's another statistic that I hope I have correct, but at the time, I think that Dr. Griggs was the youngest superintendent in the state of Texas at 29 years old. Is that right? There you go. And I think that set the tone. I think that set the tone for his innovative nature and everything, his impact in the state of Texas. We consider most notably 93 to 2002 when he was superintendent for BISD, and marked that time of transformation and growth within public education, and he made sure that BISD was on the forefront. Under his leadership, BISD passed 2 notable bond programs that resulted in the construction of Walker Creek Elementary, the construction of Birdville High School, and the construction of what we know as the FAC, but the Fine Arts and Athletic Complex. along with a multitude of renovations and technology improvements and strategic long-range planning. And if you've never been involved in that, that's heavy work. But for Dr. Griggs, it's really not about the buildings, but it's about the impact of the people that he served. He truly, in my opinion, as a superintendent, was ahead of his time in that day. He helped innovate the district's first elementary academies, the district's first ninth grade school within a school, middle school pre-AP programs, a limited open enrollment, and extracurricular honor codes, which, back in '93, all of that was just beginning, and he was instrumental in making sure that BISD was deeply ingrained in that work. Professional credentials, Dr. Griggs was an English teacher, and he and I have that in common, and I loved learning that. All the way to a superintendent. He was past president of the Northeast Leadership Forum, what we affectionately call TASMUS, Suburban and Mid-Urban. And Dr. Griggs, I think that's one of yours who said they've heard enough. And he mentioned he mentored future leaders all across North Texas and the state of Texas. And in fact, he may not remember this, but somewhere around 2005, he was my mentor. And he and I spent hours together, and he doesn't know this, but he is the one who taught me school finance. Hours together teaching me the intricacies and the ins and outs of school finance. Katie Bowman may not think I know that, but we did, and I still remember those times you sat down with me as I was embarking on my first job as a superintendent. And he was my mentor, and he said, "What's your one weakness?" And I said, "I think I've got a handle on everything, but I'm not a CPA. That's not what I went to school for, so I need you to teach me school finance." And he did. And so I know you've had, as BISD, a journey with him over 3 decades, and my journey with him has been over 2, so I appreciate that. So beyond the school, within the community, he served in leadership roles all across, even before it was expected. So back in the day, he served leadership roles: North Hills Hospital, J.P. Morgan Chase of Tarrant County, the Northeast Tarrant Chamber of Commerce. And as we do know, and we are so grateful for, after his superintendency, he served in the Texas House of Representatives. And so for that, Dr. Griggs, it's amazing work. It's an amazing resume, and it's an amazing legacy, and that's why we sit here today honoring you. Not to mention 1997 Texas Superintendent of the Year. Mm-hmm. And as the former president of TASA, that is a massive honor. Congratulations for that again. Golden Deeds Award from someplace up that they call College Station. Distinguished alumni from Abilene Christian University. Community Leader of the Year from the Northeast Tarrant Chamber of Commerce and Educator of the Month by Texas School Business Magazine in 1996. We could go on and on and on. He continues, he and his family continue to honor public education through a scholarship for BISD through the Susan Griggs Exceptional Teaching Award, and in honor of his beloved wife, Susan, lifelong educator. And so one of his greatest accomplishments, in my opinion, in all of that, in addition to all of that, is that in 1996, Dr. Griggs helped found, he had a vision of establishing the Birdville Education Foundation. And still today, that Education Foundation is making you proud and doing phenomenal work for our teachers and our students. But again, today, we recognize not only his name, but his character, his service, his humility, and his belief in the potential of every single child in BISD. So please help us in honoring him with your applause, Dr. Bob Griggs.
Wow, thank you, Dr. Stinson. Thank you, Board of Trustees. Such a honor for my family and me. Hey, you know, my name may be up there today, but there's literally thousands of individuals that their name should be up there. The board president, when I was hired in BISD, is here today. Dolores, where are you? You know, to take an old boy from Canton, Texas, a total of 1,600 students in the whole school district, and you put me here in this big bad 19,000 students. But thank you and the other board of trustees that I served with at that time, because you allowed me to be the leader. So thank you. They were the honor board of the state of Texas in 1996. So. So all of you trustees, your name should be up there. But also the staff, 3,600 individuals that I had the privilege of working with each of those years. 3,600 that just worked tirelessly to let BISD be successful. So if you are a person that I had the privilege of working with during that tenure, would you stand? Let me applaud you. Some of those faces I haven't seen in 20 years. So, you guys did outstanding work. And in closing, Board of Trustees, I'd just like to say thank you for doing this before I kick the bucket.
Hard to follow. Hard to follow. So now we've got. I am honored that we now get to hear a few words from our Vice President Ralph Kunkel. Today, he not only represents our district, but today, more importantly today, he's a son. And he's the son of Linda Kunkel. And we are honored that he is going to represent his family today as we have the official privilege of opening the Linda Kunkel Specialized Learning Center. If you are a part of the Kunkel family, would you please stand?
Congratulations, Dr. Griggs and your family, for the honor of this high school being named after you. Congratulations to all the Bob Griggs graduates that are about to go through the commencement ceremony. Can't wait to attend that next week. I get to talk a little bit about a remarkable woman that worked in the Birdville community, lived in the Birdville community, my mother, Linda Kunkel. As I reflect on the influence and the values that she instilled in me, in my brothers, and in the BISD students that she got to be with those years, I'm reminded of the profound role that great mothers and great teachers play in shaping our lives. My mother was the very first diagnostician at Shannon High School. She retired from BISD in the late 90s for health reasons just before her 60th birthday. And in spite of her Parkinson's and other afflictions, she lived until 2011. And she's been gone from us for 13 and a half years. You know, thinking back, I really wanted to be the first college graduate in my family. And when I got out of high school in 1978, I went and went to college and completed my freshman year, and then my mother decided she wanted to go to college. And so she went off to Texas Women's. She would commute up there every single day, not forgetting her family, taking care of her family, but going to Texas Women's. And so in 3.5 years, I was ready to graduate from college at North Texas. And in 2.5 years, my mother was ready to graduate from college. And she had a perfect 4.0 GPA, and I was in the low threes. But I still was the first college graduate in my family by just a few hours. It was that weekend in December 1981, I graduated, and she graduated the next afternoon. Of course, she went on and got a master's degree the next year and spent her time in special education here in BISD. She dedicated her life to that. You know, a man named Paul once wrote something to a man named Timothy about his grandmother and mother. And the words said, "I'm reminded of your sincere faith, which first lived in your grandmother Lois and your mother Eunice, and I'm persuaded now lives in you also." This speaks to the legacy of faith that is often passed down through generations. My mother, Linda Kunkel, instilled in me a strong sense of faith and values that I carry with me to this day. Same with my brothers, same with their families as well. She taught us well. She taught her students well the importance of kindness and compassion and integrity, qualities that I strive to embody in my own life. And so very quickly, let me introduce my brother and his family. Y'all stand up. His wife, Melinda, Emily, Claire's in the back, the rest of the family. Kelly's a retired public school principal. Melinda's a classroom teacher in Ranger. Emily's a classroom teacher at Azle High School. Public education runs through our family. Thank you. Mike, my other brother. Mike and his wife Cindy are classroom teachers in the Grapevine Colleyville district. Zach, he works at Lockheed, but he's a Richland High School graduate. Alyssa just got named yesterday to be at Argyle High School, assistant band director from the middle school there. Her fiance is with her there. Thank y'all for being here. You know, I'm a Haltom High School graduate. My wife Sharon, stand up. She's a Richland High School graduate. Our son Andrew's in Los Angeles, couldn't be here today. Our daughter Laura is a Birdville High School graduate. Her two children, my two grandchildren from Washington, D.C. I think in history, I'm the only school board member that's a Haltom grad, that spouse is a Richland grad, and children are Birdville grads. Not just in Birdville, but anywhere in the world. I think I'm the only one that can say that. On behalf of my family, we really want to thank the naming committee that chose my mother's name here. We were very surprised when they let us know. And of course, we want to thank the whole Birdville community who voted for that 2002 bond package so this facility could be renovated in this way. And as I stand here today, I'm reminded of the countless sacrifices that my mother made for our family and for her students. She always put our needs before her own, demonstrating selflessness that was at the heart of her motherhood and of being a great teacher. And in doing so, she taught me the value of service and the importance of caring for others. My mother, Linda Kunkel, was a woman of strength, wisdom, and unwavering faith. Her love and guidance shaped me into the person I am today, and I'm proud to call her my mother. And as her name is associated with this new specialized learning center, we remember that she is indeed a Proverbs 31 woman, that there's 7 words at the end of Proverbs 31 that perfectly describe our feelings toward Linda Kunkel, and that is, her children arise and call her blessed. Thank you.
Well, that's a difficult act to follow. You did a great job. Thank you. Thank you for joining us on this meaningful day as we celebrate the official ribbon cutting of 2 distinct but deeply connected educational programs, the Linda Kunkel Specialized Learning Center and Griggs High School. Though they are separate in purpose and focus, both programs now share the same roof, as well as a common goal to empower every student to succeed. The Linda Kunkel Specialized Learning Center is dedicated to providing individualized support for students with specialized learning needs. A place where compassion, patience, and innovative instruction come together to help each child thrive. It stands as a tribute to Linda Kunkel's legacy of care and commitment to students who need just a little more support in order to reach their full potential. Griggs High School, alongside it, continues to serve as an alternative pathway for students who may need a different environment or approach to reach graduation and beyond. It is a place of second chances, fresh starts, and renewed hope. Together under one roof, these two programs represent our belief that education is not one size fits all, that every student deserves a place to be seen, supported, and inspired. As Rita Pearson so beautifully said, every child deserves a champion, an adult who will never give up on them, who understands the power of connection and insists they become the best that they can possibly be. Today, we reaffirm our commitment to being those champions. Let this building serve as a reminder of our mission and our heart. Let it stand for the truth that loving our students means meeting their unique needs, and true education is about lifting each learner, however they arrive to their greatest potential. Thank you for your support, your vision, and your unwavering belief in our students. The future begins today, and it begins here. At this time, Mark Thomas, Birdville ISD's Chief Communications Officer, will come give directions for the ribbon cutting.
So for those who may not know our final speaker there, that's Cheryl Burke. She is going to oversee the operations of the Linda Kunkel Specialized Learning Center, so I appreciate her putting a bow on it. Okay, it's time to cut the ribbon and let y'all tour this facility. Let me just give a couple of instructions. If our honorees here on the platform will move down to the top step, my staff's going to help get you set up for a picture in the ribbon cutting. So if you'll move down there, and John, if you'll give me just a second, while they're moving, out this door to my left, your right, is Linda Kunkel Learning Center. If you go out the door you came in, that is the Griggs High School side of that. We hope you'll take time to look at all of it. The only part of the building that is not open today is the second floor, so we've got that roped off. And we're just not quite through with some things up there, so if you will be careful to just not enter that area, but everything else we hope that you'll stop and look at. So while I get them staged for the photo, if y'all put on the very bottom step for me, and then I'll get you in the order for the photograph. And Mr. Hughes, if you'll close our curtain, please.